Hey guys, what's up? Brandon here, Ikata Trading. So, I want to discuss a loss I took today despite being correct about the move. Now, excuse me, I feel like this is important because what this does is it gives clarity to younger traders. It gives clarity to traders who might not necessarily be where they want to be. And it's important to discuss a loss. Excuse me, I think I don't know what's going on with my throat, but yeah, it is important to discuss losses because they allow for growth, right? And they allow for understanding what you could have done better. All things considered, like I said, I was right about it, but I think I jumped it. And it was to the point where I jumped it, I was off by 5 pips. I would have been able to capture this entire move, which would have amounted to just a little over a 1 to 4, right? Had I had a 5 pip bigger stop loss. Now, that being said, let's get straight into it. So, first things first, the first thing I want to cover is when you look at this, you see here in the mines that I would have been sharing this morning, right? And they start right around here, if I'm not mistaken. Right, they start here. So these are some big ones, and you can actually see I post a lot. I post a lot, right? I love to break down and explain. And don't take my word for it. Like I said, go to my profile, tap on mines, and you'll get to understand how much I actually try to break down what I'm seeing. But the general consensus of what I was looking for was the fact that I know sellers would have been induced. I know sellers would have been induced here, and I know buyers would have been taken out here. I even said sometime yesterday, let me show you. I said sometime yesterday that buys would have sells would have expired right here after this would have occurred. And then I said if price can break that current high, the red circle, uh, we would concur that sells would have expired. That red circle is right here. And that's exactly what occurred after the fact, right? Now, that being said, what happened after that is when I started to discuss all of what is going on here. So let's discuss that quickly. So sellers would have been interested in all of these levels, meaning stop losses would have been above that. Buyers would have been interested here and here, but they would have been stopped out by this move, and then buys would actually now commence pending the break of this same level. So you have that in orange, buyers taken out, buyer stop losses taken out, buyer stop losses underneath here, and then bullish momentum signal in the safe buy. Unfortunately, I was busy, so I didn't get to take it. But I digress. Gold then proceeded to buy 192 pips away from this area yesterday. That's fine. And then price came up and created in purple again more sellers induction, and a sellers induction. Now, this is why I come down to the 1 minute time frame. But before I go here, I want to come back over here. And I said that sellers would be interested at the present high, meaning stop losses would be above, right? It makes more sense now for the dealer to get rid of sellers and continue bearish. So let's look at that. That's exactly what I'm discussing here. Because we know sellers would have been interested at this high, and we know that their stop losses will be above. Right? Cool. Let's look at the next image. 1 minute time frame suggests that sellers actively being stopped out. Buyers are simultaneously becoming excited and being actively induced to buy right here. Personally, I wait for buyers who believe that they're early to be taken out. So let's look at this. So we know sellers would be taken out actively here. Buyers would be induced to buy. So I then said monitoring for possible buy entry, wait for buyers to be taken out below this purple zone. If that never occurs, we will wait for the next possible entry. I do not feel safe buying until I know that buyers have been stopped out. Or else I will be stopped out with the next liquidity sweep. So that's what I have here. Stop losses of buyers who think that they're early and right. So that's what I literally have here. This same zone, stop losses of buyers who think that they're early and right. Let's look to the next post now. So the next post would be this one. I haven't been afforded the opportunity to buy as of yet. Let's wait for the next liquidity grab because that's when this big spike occurred, meaning buyers would be interested in buys here as well. Cool, right? And then I said fun stuff. Obviously, people would dislike that because I don't know why. And then I said, new area of interest for buyers. Wait for them to be taken out, monitoring actively. My fingers on fire typing this because things were happening so quickly that I was like, I just wanted to update and tell people what I'm doing. Now, the vast majority of traders who post anywhere do not do updates like this. They wouldn't even show you what it is they're seeing because half of them don't understand their ass from their elbow. But I digress. I said that right at this level, I believe that a new area of buyers are interested, and that means buyers will be interested all inside of here, right? Cool. So if buyers are interested all inside of there, that's that. So the stop losses that were here would be unlikely to be hit. And that's when I decided to buy when it came down and then started to show bullish momentum coming back up. That was my position. The position actually ended up being like a 25 pip, 26 pip stop loss, right? And then not even one, let me tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes later, I was stopped out. Full disclosure, I spoke about it openly. Oh, price hit my stop loss. Looks like I may have jumped it. On to the next. I definitely don't think sales are ready yet, however. I want to discuss some things that people would have said. Now, this person said too early, and I concur. Stop losses are buyers who thought they are right. Now, this person is mocking me. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. This dude said, I better calm down a bit. I'm too excited to get people to listen to my opinions. When you look at this dude's comments, when you look at his minds, he was selling. This dude was selling. So he has no place even come in to talk about my post. But that's good. I find that doesn't bother me. Right? I responded. I'm not interested in arguing with someone, especially someone who's on the wrong side of the move. At least I was able to call the right direction. But I digress. I then come with this last post, and this is what I really want to talk about. I said that I lost that trade in literally less than 5 minutes. This is both good and bad. Bad because I was wrong about where I thought the dealer would finally target, and it cost me. However, it not only gives me another opportunity to learn, but an opportunity to control my emotions. And I think that's what the message is here for this particular uh, idea that I'm posting. What I mean by this is I do believe it will continue to buy from here. However, I cannot re-enter because if I do, I would be doing so due to my emotions rather than further analysis. And look at what it did. Had I had my stop loss five, look at this, 5 pips. Had I had my stop loss just about 5 pips bigger, I would have been allowed to stay in the trade, and the trade would have given me about 1 to 3, give or take, right? And floating and counting. Most traders would have re-entered a long time ago. I have no problem with sitting and watching. Godspeed if you're going to enter. As I would have mentioned, I do believe more buys are carded for today. I'm done for now. The message here, my friends, is that losing is not the problem. Losing ill-advised and not acknowledging it is the problem. When you go and you look at some of the minds that other people post, they don't discuss where their stop losses are. And I want to call out these traders. Like I'm being honest. I have actually showed where I have put my entry. I've showed when I lost and all of that. I want you. So this person is shorting. Good for you. I'm happy for you. Right? Sell, take profit. One, take profit. Two. Where is this guy's stop loss? Right? This person is up and down for the day. Sell gold now. Gold will melt today. Where's this person's stop loss? So they're just saying blindly that yes, they're selling, but they're not showing if they're stopped out or not. Right? Gold dropping crazy today after FOMC. Sell gold now. Holding those, people, nobody is actually showing when they lose. Right? Traders are only showing when they win. And that's unfair. Right? Are we to believe that these traders are winning all the time? Are we to believe that these traders only win? You understand what I'm saying? The reality is, I have no problem discussing when I lose. I have no problem showing when I lose. And I have no problem acknowledging when I made a mistake and I got it wrong. That's what allowed me to get to where I am now. That's what allowed my analysis to get this strong. Because again, despite the fact that I was wrong about the decision, I was right about the direction. And it just means that all I had to do was wait just a little bit longer. And I am now learning the lesson based on that. Even in my experience, 8 years plus as a trader, I'm still afforded the opportunity to continue to learn. Fool is the man who thinks that he knows everything. Just remember that. So, that being said, I hope that you understood and learned something from this. I hope that you grab something from this. And Godspeed to anyone who is trading today and for the rest of the day. I hope that you have a good rest of your day. I am done for the day, and I am most likely going to return tomorrow to see if I can make back my money. That being said, guys, have a great rest of your day. See you guys soon. Peace out.